When I was younger, I lived with my grandmother, my sisters, my two sisters. She had kids, so we started living with her kids. I think the one reason I got kicked out was me being gay. I knew I was gay when I was like 14 years old because I used to just look at girls' booties. And I used to always say, ooh, she pretty, she pretty. And I used to tell my sisters and them that, ooh, she pretty, she pretty. But they was like, girl, you ain't gay, girl. Don't be saying she pretty. This was my friend, but she was my girlfriend, really. But nobody ever knew. My grandma kept telling me, stop bringing this certain girl in there. So she was like, if you bring her in here, just leave the door open. So I started sneaking her in. She was spending the night. And my granny really wanted her keys. She was like, get out of my house, you're too disrespectful, you gotta go. And ever since then, age 21, I've been living from pillow to post. This is my cousin. We call her Cousin Nikki. It was at one point I had called her one time and asked her, can I come stay with her? I couldn't even come stay with her because she had so many people at her house. When I got kicked out, we went to this place called the Trap House. Trap House is where you can bring anybody. And I was selling dope, and I was giving the lady that was living there some dope just to stay in her house, day by day, because that's how I had to get by day selling dope. That was the first time I ever used a drug, which was powder. That would mess my life up. We took this picture at my hustling days. We was on our way to San Francisco to sell some drugs. I think if I would have stayed with my grandmother, I wouldn't have probably did no powder because of the respect I have for her. I wouldn't be high around her like that. I kind of in a way knew how my family was gonna react because we Christians, and my grandma, she felt like she didn't raise me to fall in love with the same sex. That's my wife, Shayana. This is Shayana, and this is me. Our first Valentine's Day picture. Sometimes in my sexuality, I'll be thinking it's in a way. Sometimes I'll be ready to cry. Like right now, I feel like crying because my family don't accept my wife. They don't accept her. And they can't even see that me being with her, I didn't kept jobs. I ain't even went back to the streets of me being with my wife. Because before I even met her, the only thing I was trying to pursue was selling dope and doing drugs. That's it. My wife is a very big support in my life. Because if I wasn't with her, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, I think. Right now, we living with my wife's mother. And it's like, I love her family, but it's like, it's crazy. Because it's a whole bunch of people in a 3-bedroom where we can go live free in Crescent Park. The reason why we don't live in Crescent Park or where my hometown is because that's my hometown. And my wife feel like if I go back to my hometown, then that's my downfall. And when I think about it, I think it is my downfall. Because every time I go out there, I get drunk or something. Now, I use a lot of resources. I use food stamps. I'm trying to get low-income housing. I have a lot of opportunities now, but I'm not really branching out and trying to pursue it right now because I just want to get this job out the way and try to get me a living situation first. So I hope to get another 1-bedroom because I had one before. So I'm hoping with my living situation that it get better. I just want a 1-bedroom